One of the individuals that has made tonight's event possible is the Santa Clara Valley Chapter President of the Assyrian Aid Society, Natalie Babella. Natalie, thank you very much for joining us. You've been involved with the Assyrian Aid Society for a while. Can you tell us about your involvement and specifically a little bit more about your involvement with this year's Mesopotamian-Night event?
Sure. First of all, I want to thank you for doing this interview. It's a pleasure for me to work for the Assyrian Aid Society because I've always believed in the mission and I've always seen the fruits of this wonderful organization. And for me to have a chance to work on a production like this and just show so much talent that, you know, our own Assyrian people are able to present to our community is probably the proudest moment that I can think of, to be honest with you. So it's a pleasure for me to do something like this for my community. It's something very small that I can contribute.
Absolutely.
And of course, I am just a very small percentage of what everyone else put in and not, you know, my own work.
So I know that this concept, when Tony Khoshaba started talking about it, we all were kind of in awe because we thought it truly is a huge undertaking. Did you ever think that we would come to this stage where we're now practicing the evening before and everything's coming together and we're going to be able to really put on an amazing event, maybe never seen before in any Assyrian cultural event?
You know, I think in the beginning it was more of a vision and we didn't really know that we were able to bring it up to this level, but I always had confidence that our people can deliver something like this. We have so many talented young Assyrians, all ages, and of course our amazing, you know, Assyrian lyricists and composers, and bringing a production like this together is a contribution from everybody from the set designer to the treasurer and the president and everyone who can contribute something, and even someone talented like a singer. So everyone was able to contribute something to this beautiful project, and seeing it on stage I think is probably a dream come true for me.
It's a dream.
And for the rest of the committee, to be honest. And hopefully, you know, a memorable night for the audience as well.
Absolutely. So the Mesopotamian-Night event, can you give us a little bit of a history of how it came about, and when did you start getting involved, and what has inspired you to really spend and devote, you know, time that a lot of people don't have, that you've decided to give to this event along with the Assyrian Aid Society to fulfill its mission?
Sure. The Mesopotamian-Night started 5 years ago, and it was a smaller scale than we have now, and I think it was just a dream for us to just kind of build up on the idea that once started very small, and now we are able to expand it into a production like this. So my involvement, of course, I was always you know, involved in helping sell tickets and, you know, just kind of bring the awareness among our people when it was in the Central Valley chapter. And now that we brought it to the Santa Clara chapter, I'm more intimately involved in the planning and organizing, and also, you know, just presenting it to the community. So I think for me, it comes down to the mission of Assyrian Aid Society, and that is part of our mission, to promote the culture, the Assyrian culture. And we were able to do that through a concert like this, and of course several other projects, not just one concert once a year.
Absolutely.
But a production like this and a beautiful concert like this is just a step towards, you know, our entire mission of the Assyrian Aid Society.
So let's talk about the program. We've interviewed several of the singers, and I've gotten to see some of the rehearsals, and it's truly amazing. What are you hoping the takeaway to be for every individual that attends the event?
I think there are different aspects of this concert and something like this, a production like this. For me, it's everyone who's able to present their talent, and I want them to run with it, basically. Take it and run with it. If it's a singer, they can contribute by singing. If it's you know, someone in the committee that would just hope to promote the culture through something like this, through planning something like this, I think everyone has a strength and has talents and abilities, and they can all bring something to the table no matter what project it is. And I think in this case, not only are we encouraging our singers and our talented young people to, you know, participate in something like this, but we are also encouraging our guests and our audience to sponsor and to support and encourage our young people to really support projects like this. I think it's very imperative for our community to support projects like this that will promote our culture and hopefully, you know, ultimately help the mission of the Assyrian Aid Society, that in in return helps the Assyrian community, and primarily in Bitznahr in Iraq, in our homeland.
Right.
So I think everyone takes something away from this project.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the sponsorship. I think the level of sponsorship this year is unprecedented.
Yes.
And it's quite inspiring, and I think it really helps all of the individuals involved feel like their work has paid off.
Definitely.
How do you feel about all the sponsorships, and what would you like to tell our sponsors?
Oh, I don't think I have enough words to thank our sponsors. I think definitely having our director Tony Khoshaba, who was really involved in collecting and getting all the sponsors to donate for this project would be probably Mr. Tony Khoshaba, and he was very helpful in bringing all of those sponsorships in. And I can't begin to thank everyone in our audience, all of our sponsors, and even our audience who purchased a ticket to be here tonight. I can't thank you enough, and hopefully you will leave this concert knowing that you contributed to something beautiful.
Right. So I know I'm not supposed to ask a personal question, but I will. Why you're such a young Assyrian? And you know what? Let's be honest. We don't have a lot of young Assyrians that start helping their fellow Assyrians. The spirit of really Assyrianism is not in them at this point.
Yeah.
Usually it comes about later in life. What has inspired you to be a part of such an organization with a really deep cause?
I think that I can't just take all the credit upon myself. I think every individual is free, really, to support anything that they want to, but I think I would have to thank my parents. And, for all their love and their support and their nationalism. I think that has inspired me. Just, I believe that charity starts at home, and my parents instilling that nationalism in me has only helped me become involved in something like this. So my hat's off to my parents, I guess.
Absolutely.
And then also, just seeing the fruits of the Assyrian Aid Society. It's, been working for the past 20 years, and it grows stronger, day by day. So I don't think anybody can hide that fact. So just, of course, and also I've been raised in a very nationalistic home, and being able to contribute to my people is just a very small thing, small duty, as I'd like to say.
Yeah. Well, very good, and we're proud of all your accomplishments and your contributions. So, Natalie, before I let you go, I want you to maybe tell our audience, especially the young people, a message. What would you like to tell them, especially about getting involved in our nationalistic causes?
I believe that everyone can contribute in any way that they can. It doesn't have to just be through music. It could be any kind of talent or quality or ability someone has. And being able to promote it through music or any other educational programs or any other talent is a way to promote the culture, is a way to help the Assyrian Aid Society, is a way to help our community, is a way to help our nation ultimately. So just leaving this concert is believing in the cause, is believing in the mission that you can help someone else. It's promoting the culture and helping someone in need. It can't get better than that, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for all your efforts, and we look forward to many more Mesopotamian nights together.
Thank you. Thanks to you as well.
Thank you.